Hey everybody, it's me again and I'm back for part 16 of my tutorial series, and finally today I'm going to show you this beautiful system I got here. But one thing is that it's not 100% complete. It's not exactly the way I want it, but it is working and it's actually pretty cool. So I can show you some stuff that's here. So it's pretty much the same setup. We have one computer, and now if you look at this computer, it says missing sapling, and it says fuel level, and shows you all the fuel levels of all the turtles. Now if we go into the turtles, here too it's going to tell you the fuel level, and then you see that you see here it's missing saplings. So let's give it 64 saplings. So if you go and if you go back and check, it's now saying missing bone meal. So let's go back and give it some bone meal. Whoop. Bone. Alright, so give it some bone meal, and now it's going to say ready and waiting. So you don't need to do that really. You don't need to add bone meal into the system, because it's gonna try to take the saplings and bone meal from these chests. So in order to do that, you just go into the computer and press just select the number. So I'm pressing 1 now, and the computer turns around, gets it, and then starts farming away. Now the one thing is, the status of that turtle is not going to show up until it finishes. So that's the only thing I couldn't get 100% complete yet. So once it's done, it's going to go back down and wait until it refreshes again. There you go, rating and waiting, and the fuel level has changed. So now it's going to wait for another command. So I could basically press 1, 2, 3, 4, and there they go. They're going farming, but if you look, there's no status of anything right now until they're finished farming, which is not what I wanted to do, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to get that working pretty good. But the way I have it set up is not the best way of getting it done, but it's working somewhat. So I mean, my code is the one I have in here. So my code I have in here is not the best code for this situation. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to set it up good. So here now it's going to say ready and waiting. Nice. So I don't know why it's missing that there, but yeah, it's pretty. Which one was it? Was it computer 3? Why is saying? I don't know. Should say it. It's weird. Anyways. Oh. Still working there? Now it's 4, that's right. Okay dokie. What the hell's wrong with this thing? Yeah. Like I said, my code is not the best code. But, I mean, I could show you some cool stuff I have here that is working. Anyways. Let's restart this computer, see what happens. No. Nothing. Alright, anyways. It does work. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I still have a lot of things to figure out here. So, anyways. Yeah. So let's go into Notepad++, and I'll show you the code for this computer and this turtle. But, I mean, the rest of the turtles are the same code. There's only minor differences, and I'll tell you what they are in this tutorial in this tutorial. So let's go into Notepad++. Sorry, I forgot to mention that I found the program on the net a little while ago. I don't know if I already showed you guys this, but it's not my code. It's I don't remember who it was, but I found it somewhere. It basically tells you the number that of the key, the key that you press on the keyboard that it corresponds to. So if I type A, which is the program, and then you see that there's nothing happening. But if I press, let's say I'm pressing the number 1 on my keyboard. Actually, sorry, I'm pressing the number A, the letter A on my keyboard, and here it's going to say key code is 30, and it's going to type A again. Now, key code this is important for the tutorial, because if we go back, and here see it says press A to start or start all turtles, and here it says please select the number. When I press the number, it automatically does it. So to figure that out, and also if I press any other keys on the keyboard, it just says not a valid command. So this program that I found basically tells you what number corresponds to the action you're doing. So here you see it says 28, and it didn't show anything. That's because I pressed enter. Now, and enter is number 28. So, but here, okay, never mind. That works. There's one thing though. If I press 1, key code, it's going to say key code is 2. But if I press 1 again, here, it's going to say key code is 79. Now, why it's saying that? It's because here, when I pressed 1, I'm pressing 1 on the top of the letters. So on your keyboard, on the top of the letters, you know, the numbers that go 1 all the way to 0, that's the one I'm pressing. Here, the one I'm pressing is the one on your numlock, on your numpad 1. So there's a difference of what key code is that you're pressing from one side to the other side of the keyboard. So what else? I don't know. Control is 29, and the other control, on the other side. So this is the left side control, and this is the right side control. See, so shift on the right side, that's the right side, and shift on the left side. So I want to show you this code. I'm gonna put it to download in the links below if you want to download it and see. And this helps you in the tutorial I'm going to show you. So let's go into Notepad++ now, and I'll show you the code. Alright guys, so now we're in Notepad++, and I'm going to show you the codes that I've done for the computers. Before I start, I'm not going to put the codes for download. Unless you guys really want me to put it, then I'll put it. But the reason why is because it's not completely done, and I want to make it completely done before I can give you the code. But you can copy along as I show you. But I will put you the code. I will give you the link to the code where you can download for the keys to find out which key you're pressing, the number for the keys. And I'll put you the code for that, and I'll show you the code also. So this code is the code that controls the turtles. And as you see, the first thing you see is the little box that I usually make with the things that never change. So these are all static information that never change. So whatever you want to be static, you put it in the box, and whatever you don't want to be, you want to change all the time. So you want to change the value, you just leave it empty, and then you put what you want to print out in the bottom. The only difference I've done for this box that I usually put is that this whole code here is a function, and every time I call the display function, it will clear the page and set the cursor to 1.4 and then print this out again. So first thing you see here is the question function. and the first thing it does is while true do, and then it calls the display function. So it calls this, and this prints out. And then the next thing is RedNet sends 86 start stop check. Now this is a little code I have in the turtle that checks the action of the turtle, if it's has started or stopped, and what it's doing. So once it sends this out, it waits 5 seconds for it to receive an answer, and then when it receives the answer, it prints it out, and then waits another 5 milliseconds or 5 seconds, milliseconds. I don't know, whatever it is, and then it sends 86, sorry, check fuel 1. And then, I don't know why I put check fuel 1. I think I know why, but anyways, it doesn't really matter in this case. But check fuel 1, you could put check fuel if you want, or whatever you want. And then it waits again for the amount of time, and it prints the message that it receives. And this will get the fuel for the first computer, the turtle. And it's the same thing for the rest. I have the only difference is that it's the computer numbers are different. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It just does the same thing over and over again, and then it gets the information. And then you have the function, answer function. Again, you do while true do, and then you do the first print, please select number, and here is the code that you have to have so that it can detect the key that you that you press, so that it actions something. So this is a little code. So local A and then B equals os.pull, and then if A equals key, then local key equals B. Don't ask me how it works. I found it somewhere. I don't even know where I found it, but anyways. So if key equals 79. Now, if you remember, 79 was 1 on the numpad. So when I press 1 on the numpad and only 1 on the numpad, it will then RedNet send 68 start 1, which will start the first turtle. Same thing for this. Same thing for this. The only thing is that the keys change, because this is 2 on the numpad, this is a 3 on the numpad, this is 4 on the numpad, and this is A, the letter A, because A, if you remember, here it says to start or stop. Press A to start or stop all turtles, and that's pretty much what I had here, but it's not really working. I don't know why here it says A, but anyways. Yeah, so, and here's a little code I did so I can exit the program without pressing Control T, but for some reason when you press Control T in this program, it doesn't actually terminate the program for some odd reason. So I did this little little step here that it just stops the program and goes back into the normal ComputerCraft, so that I can edit something or do something. But it's not a very good little thing I did, because it doesn't work. I mean, it does work, but it just gives you an error and it just stops the program. But that's not what I wanted to do, but whatever, it does work. So anyways, and then at the end you do else, clear the line, and then not a valid program. If you type anything else on the keyboard, it will just print not a valid program. sleeps for 1 second and then it ends. Now this is another important code I have here, that parallel wait for all. Now this is the program that allows you to run 2 programs at the same time, or 2 functions, sorry. In this case it's 2 functions. And it allows you to run 2 functions at the same time. So what it's doing is running the question function and the answer function at the same time. This is how I get the updated information from the turtles and allow the user to input a answer and then output that to the turtles. So that's how you do that. And then at the end you do end. So I'm gonna explain again with switching back and forth to the turtles because it's a little complicated. So this is the turtle, and then the things I've added does this is that every time the computer starts or restarts, it's gonna go down to the ground and then wait for a command. So here you have it prints the computer's ID, and then it says waiting for command or commands, and then it waits for 5 again, and then it's here. See, says start stop computer start stop check, and if it is start stop check, it will run the function start stop check, and here is the function for start stop check. When it runs this, it checks, it gets the space for slot 13, and if it's equal to 64, it's going to say missing samplings. And then if then it's going to go turtle get item space for 14, and if it's equal to 64, it's going to say missing bone meal. And then here, this code doesn't really work, but I put it anyways. And here it says if item space 13 again is greater or equal to 0, then it's going to say ready and waiting. So that's what start stop check does. And then if messages start 1, then it's going to say it's going to go to check space. And I already showed you guys that code, and you have it in the download of last time. And here is the if check fuel 1, if messages check fuel 1, then it's going to do check fuel, and here is check fuel. I've did a little changes. I think I've already shown you guys this. So this is actually pretty simple code. It's in a function. So what it first does is clears the page, and then it prints out checking fuel. If f is equal to check dot get fuel, and then it prints the fuel level, and this is how you do that. So you do dot dot f, and then here I'm sending the computer that's asking for the fuel level. So this is how you send the information to a computer that you have it stored in f here. So this variable, the information that it gets from here is stored in f, and then here it prints the variable, which is going to be the fuel level, and here it sends the fuel level to the computer. So that's how you get the information from the one computer to the other computer. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, all the rest of the codes are the same, except for the message that it receives when it starts. It's going to correspond to the turtle. So this is start 2, this is the second turtle. This is start 3, third turtle. And this is start 4, the fourth turtle. So they're all pretty much the same. There's not much differences. Here is the code that I got somewhere on the net. I don't remember where it was, but this is the code that gets you the key value of the key that you press on the keyboard. So I'm gonna put this code for download if you guys want to download it. I honestly don't remember who made this code, but anyways, thanks anyways. So you just type A, or if you want to change the name of the program to, I don't know, keycode if you want. I'm gonna name it keycode, or you just leave it to A if you want. But you type the name of the program, and then the computer will not will not do anything, and then it will just it will just print out the number that corresponds to the key that you press on the keyboard. So it's actually kind of a simple code, but I mean, this helps you do this. Okay, so if you don't have this, I mean, it's really hard to figure out which number corresponds to which key on your keyboard. So I mean, it works pretty good, and that's pretty much it. So guys, thank you for the people who subscribed recently to my page again. It's so that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for all the new subscribers I've gotten in the last week or two. Thanks for everyone who's supporting me and all the good comments that you guys are giving me. I'm trying to do some more stuff for this tutorial and this page, so I can get you guys more videos and things that I'm doing. So guys, please like or dislike this video. It would be much appreciated. Subscribe and comment as much as you want, and I'll see you guys next time.